Hello, hello. Hey, hey, people. Seth here. Kidding, this is, hello, Dev. Or rather, Legends of Carothea developer. The creator, or, well, the person who's creating this game. Alright, so, yesterday, we, didn't finalize this level. We tried to do that, or well, yeah, we tried to do that, but it didn't end up happening. It's still not finished yet, and let's be real, it's probably not going to be finalized for like a. It's technically not going to be finalized for like a long time. It's always going to be in a process of iteration. But what I mean by like finalized is it basically in a state where I say that it's good enough for to be continued, or continue is the wrong word. Well, yeah, continue to the next stage of the game. This is just one of those little things that I noticed wasn't quite lining up. And it's still not lining up. The player's not going to notice that. Especially at the resolution that the game runs at. I deliberately made it so that the game runs at like a lower resolution. Right now it's at like 600p or 800 by 600, but I actually plan on decreasing it further to like 240p, which is like the native resolution that most N64 games ran at. Okay, where's that other thing that I found? Oh, oh, there's thunder and lightning going on outside. Oh, wow. I almost want to cancel the stream and go and watch it, but yeah, I can't do that. And I love thunder and lightning storms. They're so cool. I mean, I like them from the comfort of being indoors. Hopefully the power doesn't get knocked out midstream. That would suck. Well, I'll just remember to save often. But yeah, just preemptive warning: the stream may end prematurely due to like a power outage. I have no idea if that's actually going to happen though. But yeah, there's like a thunder and lightning storm going on outside. I just heard big thunderclap, very loud. You might have heard it on the microphone actually, but yeah, it's happening. All right, okay. Let's get this patch of dirt fixed up. Well, the dirt itself is fine. It's just the border is all messed up. Imports, mesh, world objects. Level meshes. deepWoods. Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay, what else do I need to do here? I can't see the water texture. It's like invisible or something. Is it the fog? It might be. Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah, it's gotta be the fog. Okay, so what I think is going on right now is I think that so this water plane consists of like, let's see if I can visual. Let's see if I can like, yeah, it's just a big plane of blue, and it's so the way that the Godot engine calculates fog. Okay, there we go. The way that the Godot engine calculates fog is, I think it's done on like a per vertex level, which is fine like 99% of the time. But if you have really, I think that what's going on here is it's just like 2 or 3 massive triangles. And it's fine here because there's like a vertex right here. But if I go like to the middle of a vertex like over here, this is like right next to the camera, but it's like it's the fog color, and that's because all 3 of the nearby vertices of this part of the triangle vertices of the triangle are far enough away that they get faded, or like they're affected by the fog, and that gets interpolated over to where I'm at right now. It's the same thing that happens with these trees. Not this one, not this one. This one. So that there's technically a hard cutoff with the fog, but since it's on a per vertex level and then interpolated to the surface, it's not like displayed as a hard cutoff, even though it technically is. So what does this mean? Well, it means that I have to edit the scene again. So I have to open up Blender. deepWoods. Okay. All right, here's the water. Ah, there it is. Okay. So it consists of 2 massive quads. Like this. So when the camera's over here and the fog is like that, this vertex, and this one, and this, I think it's like that. I'm not really sure how every quad gets turned into triangles at some point. I'm just not sure if it's cut like this or if it's cut like that. But anyways, yeah, all 3 of the vertices of the triangle are far enough away that they get obscured by the fog, which causes even the nearby parts of the mesh to be like faded out into the fog, even when it shouldn't be. So how am I gonna fix this? Well, it's actually quite simple. Just gonna subdivide it. Actually. Let's subdivide that. I'm trying to make it a bit more square. And now I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to delete pretty much any part of this mesh, this water mesh that isn't going to be visible in some way. I have to be careful not to accidentally delete like a visible part. So this is all visible, so I can't delete that. Started watching this video essay on Jim Carrey. I wasn't very familiar with the details of his comedy career, but there's a few movies that I probably want to watch now. I haven't seen the Truman Show. Apparently, it's pretty good. So I'm probably gonna watch it at some point. Okay. So I think if I delete this little bit here should be fine, and so should this area. Those are the only parts of the level that have water in them. So I'm not really worried about... I'm not sure how I was going to end that sentence. What do I have to be worried about? I'm just talking nonsense. Okay, there's another thing that I kind of want to do. I had no idea that Jim Carrey lived in like a van growing up. He was like actually poor. He's not like a stereotypical rich celebrity who lived his life rich, grew up rich, never struggled. He's like much more of a normie actually, which makes him kind of a relatable person. Pretty much his entire career is the result of, well, a mixture of luck and skill. There's always a degree of luck. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a knock against Jim Carrey. He's definitely very skilled. And that's like the foundation. The thing about luck and skill is that both are required. Like you can't, like in most situations, you can't just get lucky and succeed. You have to be lucky and also have the skill to capitalize on the luck. I have no idea if I'm in a position to like do that or not. All right, so this is basically just gonna be a waterfall. That's what this is. Why a waterfall? Because they look cool. Who wouldn't want a waterfall on their level, right? Am I right or am I right? Speaking of waterfalls, and there's like this weird Dr. Phil episode where there's like this lady that's trying to sell this stuff that makes you go diarrhea. He's like, it's not diarrhea, it's waterfalls. I don't understand what she meant by that. One of those bogus fake natural health things. Oh, crap. Where's my blender? There it is. All right, separate by selection. Let's make this. Ooh, this plane is just called plane. Let's call it. Yeah. And this should be waterfall. You know, surprisingly, I haven't actually implemented like an underwater like a screen effect. Like, you know how in a lot of older games you go underwater and the screen kind of gets like this blue tint over it to kind of indicate that, kind of make it, to kind of sell you on the idea that the camera is currently underwater. This game doesn't have that yet. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I may need some advice from my fellow developers. I'll probably just go on the internet, see what a good way of doing it. I'll probably just end up doing like a tinting the screen blue, maybe having like a wobble effect, a very mild one. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make this. What am I trying to do? Well, I'm going to try moving it back a bit. Extend it this way. This up a bit. All right. So now that I know that there's a consequence for making my triangles too big, I might have to do some more subdivisions. It kind of bothers me. I don't like the idea of having to make triangles that or make additional geometry that the player can't really see. Now, I'll just leave it like this, and if it actually causes problems, like it did with the water, then I'll fix it. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave this. I'm just trying to make the simple sort of thing look a bit more convincing. Minus 20, 20. Let's just do 10. All right, now let's fix the UVs. Okay. It's not letting me just type the number. But why not? Okay. I'm just gonna do like 5 and 5. I'm looking at this number, by the way. And as for height, 12, 6, and 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I will do okay. Perfectly square texture. Excellent. I think this will be perfectly convincing from this angle and from further away. It's not like you can see from here, right? It's all part of the illusion. It's an illusion. It's like the Truman Show. Alright, what next? What next? What next? Let me think. Look around. Oh, I might as well fix this little thingy over here. Alright. And once more, let's project the UVs for the grass texture. Just to take that little fix over there into account, because for the longest time that texture was all messed up. Or not the texture, the UV projection of that texture was messed up. Now I think it is fine. Yes, it is. The seam is now gone. I feel sneeze coming. Ooh. Ooh. And it's gone. I hate when you feel a sneeze come in and then it's gone. It goes away. But then you kind of still like feel the that ticklish sensation in your nose just a little bit still. It's like your body's teasing you. You failed to sneeze. You could have sneezed, but you didn't. Oh. I wonder if I'm catching a cold or something, because some people, some of my family members have been getting sick. I hate for it to happen to me, because it'll affect my productivity, and it'll make me feel bad. Being sick is not fun. Alright, I think it's done. Oh no! We got a square! No! What the heck is that thing? What is this? I can't click it. What? What is this thing? Why is there a dot here? A little blue dot. What is it? Huh? What? What? Okay. I think I just exported it, right? No, I think I still have to do that. Be done by now. Reload. Okay, there we go. It's gone. Whew. I mean, it's not a huge deal for that little square of water to exist, but it's like I don't know. I'll know that it's there, and it's gonna bother me. It'll be like that. It'll be like in Dragon Ball Z Abridged when still was making the arena, and there's like that one green square, and that one's still green. I could sit there and say, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it bothers me, it bothers me a lot. Alright. Roger. Okay, so that weird fog issue is solved. It is as I believe, or as I said. The fog was caused by the ridiculously large triangles having their vertices get occluded, but get like I don't know what the word is, like occluded. No, that's not the right word. Filled by fog and then interpolated over the faces that were nearby. The part of the face was like nearby. I wonder why they do that. Oh, I know what they do. I know what they do. They do it because it's efficient. It's more efficient to compute things at per a per vertex level rather than a per pixel level. So if you calculate fog at a so you end up doing like less calculations overall, which is smart, but it means that I can't like it means that I have to be careful how I model things. Honestly, that's probably how they did it in the. It's probably period correct anyway. So, yeah, maybe this is a good thing that I'm being forced to take that take that into account. You know what I mean? Okay, that's good. Good, good, and good. And let's do this dungeon entrance stuff. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's a problem. So right now, the same thing that happened with the water is happening with this mesh here. So that vertex and that vertex and that vertex and that vertex are far enough away that they're being affected by the fog. And then it's being like glossed over this area too, because there's no vertexes over here, resulting in this kind of cloudy look. And it's fine over here because I'm close to the vertex, so it's not being obscured. That one is being occluded by the fog. Okay, so this means that I was right. I do have to subdivide this mesh. What a pain. All right. Save, export, GLTF. And there we go. Problem is solved. This one doesn't have that problem because it is small enough that, yeah, it doesn't get far enough away. It doesn't get far enough away to be affected by the fog. Okay. What next? Honestly, I can't think of any other things that I should do for like the modeling. Oh, waterfall, waterfall. I'm just gonna copy this whole thing over because I don't have a waterfall mesh in here. Copy, paste. Oh wow, it's pretty good already. Oh. Yeah, I have to project the UVs. All right. Hopefully one last time. I don't think the waterfall needs collision. It's pretty much just for show. Ah, okay. That is not quite right. Not a serious problem. It's just that the UV scale was way off. It's still kind of off, but it's but a lot less so. So I'll just deal with it. All right. So make unique because I want this to be different. This should go. Okay, yeah, it should be stretched like that. What does this one do? Nothing. Why is it even there? Just make it 0. All right. Very good. And let's kind of brighten it up a bit. This is a fully custom shader, by the way. It's a bit too fast. That should be good. As for this, that should be good. Probably shouldn't be using a noise texture. Actually, let's see if I have any good textures for water in my trench broom textures folder. Don't think so. Let's go get one. Yeah, let's go grab a texture for water, a proper one, and not some stupid noise texture that I generated in the engine. I'm getting a phone call. Ontario? Decline. I don't know anyone in Ontario. Probably a telemarketer or a scammer or something. All right, where was I? All right, textures. That is not right. Okay, so I am looking for water. In case you're wondering, these textures I got from a website called Screaming Brain Studios. They're specifically designed for retro 3D games, like early like a late 90s 3D stuff, pretty much. And well, some of them are actually, this is handmade. This is also handmade. I think this is from Screaming Brain Studios. This is actually handmade, or a combination. It's like I basically stitched a whole bunch of stuff together, like rope and wood and stuff, and transparent. Yeah, I'll just get to finding a texture. Concrete, fire, grass, ice, metal. Oof. Mist. Mist wall woven. Concrete elements. Okay, here's some good. Here's some nice ones. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Not very well much. Okay. So this one looks pretty good. Also looks pretty good. This is like snow. This looks like ice. This looks like water caustics. This looks kind of like a shallow stream. This looks like deep water. Oh man, I can't make up my mind. They all look so good. Man, it's crazy that these were free. And they're like, it's no attribution required. It's like just free to use it for commercial and non-commercial use. It's crazy. I'm just gonna keep looking for some other stuff. Ocean. Oh, these are planet textures. Tiny texture. Bricks, grass, roof, tile, wood. Elements. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be using any of these. This one, maybe? No. No. Animal, box, cloth, elements. These look kind of like noise texture. These are very cloudy looking. This looks like sky. But it's not a skybox. So I have no idea what what I'd use that for. Terrain. Okay, so I think I'm just going to be using the something from here, something from this folder. Okay, let's go textures, new folder, water. Put in file manager. Let's just grab all the ones that I like that look like water. Yeah, might as well grab some other stuff too. Well, while it's there. Okay, I like this one. I like this one. I like maybe this one. I'll grab it just in case. This one and this one. Although admittedly, oh, this one. This looks like now that I look at more now that I actually look at it properly, this looks kind of like the like whitewater rapid stuff. So this would be perfect for like a waterfall. Especially if I stretch it. Alright. So now I'm going to prepare this texture for use. I'm going to call it texture 1. Texture 02. Texture 03. Oh, actually, let's do this. I'll call this Watcher Light Blue. Oh, dang. That's also bright blue. Okay, so this will be Water Bright Blue 01. Water Light 2. This will be Water Rapids. Water Shallow Green. Water Deep Caustics. Caustics. This will also be just be water deep caustics 02. And now I have to actually resize these textures to fit within the to make them more period correct. So these are 128 by 128 textures, but the maximum size that I want the ones in my game to be is 64 by 64. And that's pretty much just for the sole purpose of better fitting what the N64 could handle. I think the N64 texture is maxed out at like technically 128 by 64, but it was like conventionally 64 by 64, and I think 32 by 32 is like the most common. So I'm going to be making a 64 by 64 version of each of these, as well as a 32 by 32 bit, or 32 bit length and width, and not bit. These aren't bits. It's a measurement of height or length and width. All right, image file export as x64. That's not 64. Image scale 2. X32. And we're done with that one. Move on to the next one. Open with GIMP. I do not own Photoshop, and I'm never going to use it. Image scale 64. Export x64. Image scale 32. Man, this is like unrecognizable. Yeah. I think I might as well not. Yeah, I'll do it anyways, but I feel like I'm not going to use a 32 by 32 bit. Sorry about that. I accidentally just hit the mic. Probably ringing in your ears right now. I bet this one would look good at 32. Generally speaking, if it's got bigger details, it'll still look pretty good at lower resolutions. Actually, what I've sometimes done is instead of scaling the image down, I've like just cut off like a 3/4 of it and used like the cut off portion as the smaller version because it lost too much detail. I probably should have done that with the other one, to be honest. You can see how much smaller the texture is when it's like in these when it's only 32 by 32 compared to 64 by 64. 64 is a tongue twister for me for some reason. 64 by 64. Say that. Say that 10 times really fast. 64 by 64. That looks pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't look that good, but we will export it anyways. Oh, I accidentally put insert on PNG. Crazy what Photoshop is, or what Photoshop, what Adobe's been trying to do lately. Their weird licensing and stuff. I really think the government. Oh, whoops. Needs to like get them under control. Like I hate the idea of government overreach, but I think it's necessary for them. They shouldn't be allowed to like just take your stuff. That feels illegal. I think it should be illegal. I want to scale, not canvas size. Export to. Okay. That's all done. All right. So I think for this one, let's use. Let's try out this one. Oh, I need to change the shader, I think. Man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Thing. I think that I don't want any of this anymore. Let's change this to here and just have it like that. Oh crap. Oh, never mind. Scalar transparency. Wait, no. Color uniform, I think? No. Color input. I think. No. Which is the one where it's like it shows up in the editor? I think it's this one actually. Int. Yeah, that looks terrible. This looks absolutely terrible. Even when it's transparent. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, that actually looks a bit better. Okay, so I think the problem is that it's just one scrolling. The problem is that it's just a single scrolling texture when it should probably be two instances of that texture overlapping each other. That's what I think. I'm gonna see if I can. All right, it's technically time for me to quit, but I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. I don't really like. I mean, I, I wish I was better at writing like just regular shaders. I probably should learn how to do it, but I'm just been using visual shaders because they're easier. But sometimes I have to really think about how to do stuff with them still. Okay, so Texture. Hmm. Okay. Step in the right direction. So now with this one, let's take this and multiply it. Come on, let me connect it. There we go. Multiply this button. It's 1. There we go. Now this is what we want. It's much better looking. Only problem is that I'm using add. I should probably use something else. So this should probably be, no, not sub, multiply. No, multiply is probably wrong too. That's too dark. That actually looks surprisingly good, but it's not what I want. No. All right. I like the way this looks. Looks very nice. Now we have 2 instances of this texture overlapping itself. I think it looks good. Surprisingly convincing. Alright, I think that's probably good enough for today. I will see you later.